Morning, morning, morning. Just waiting for a few people to get on. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's feeling wonderful. Do you hear that? Our God is for us. Good morning, family. Start showing me some love. Share this if you will. If you have some questions, put them on out there. We'll try something a little different today. Good morning, good morning. Grab your tea, your coffee, your Java. You can see me. If you can hear me, let me know that. If you have questions, go ahead and type them in on whatever platform you're on. Come on, let me know you're out there. Good morning, family. Feel so good today. I hope you feel good. It's the day the Lord has made. We should rejoice and be glad in it. I know usually y'all can't hear my music. Can you hear my music? It's the Jonathan Nelson, Our God medley. Good morning, family. Who knows there's no God like Jehovah? Y'all share this video. I'm about to jump on in. We're going to start talking a little bit. Good morning. I'll share my screen in just a moment. There's no God like Jehovah. There's no God like Jehovah. There's no God like Jehovah. All right, I'm going to jump on in. There's no God like Jehovah. There's no God like Jehovah. Can y'all say that with me? Jehovah. There's no God like Jehovah. There's no God like Jehovah. There's no God like Jehovah. All right, family, I'm going to jump on in, get us started. I guess some of you are out there with me. Good morning. Welcome to December Coffee Chat. Hope everybody's great. It's the day God has given us. I had an awesome reminder in my devotion. So I want to drop that nugget on you. Paul writes to the church at Corinth. And Paul writes to the church at Corinth, 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 10. He says something to the effect of, when I'm weak, then I'm strong. When I'm weak, then I'm strong. And what I was reminded of that I want to remind you of is God is a master creator. God is a master designer. So the same way the creator, the designer of an aircraft designs the aircraft so that the resistance in the air works to the benefit of the aircraft. So the more wind that's pushed against that aircraft, the greater its lift. So literally, that which comes against it helps it fly higher. That's how God has wired you. God has wired you so that when things come against you, it just makes you go higher. It just makes you excel even greater. And so I want to encourage you today that whatever the challenges, whatever the resistance, whatever the struggle, God is going to use it for you to soar even higher. Somebody type that in, I'm going even higher. And so I'm excited for where you're going. I'm excited for where we're headed as a church. And, so much going on. I wanted to have an opportunity to talk with you a little bit. That's why I try to do these coffee chats every month or so, just to make sure the family's on the same page. And just so you can share it, you can advocate, you can communicate on what I'm sharing, share it with other people. And so let me do something a little different today. And I'm going to try to share my screen, okay, and walk through a document real fast. So y'all tell me how this turns out. Let's see here. I'm going to share my screen. Boom, boom. All right. Sharing my screen. And y'all, this is the intersections. If you have that intersections, you can see it, and type in I can see it. Tammy Robinson, she just does an extraordinary job with this document. She now has a team of people, from what I understand, that helps her put this together. It's a monthly magazine, if you will, it's the official e-newsletter, if you will, of our church. And then we make sure printed copies go to families above a certain age. And I thought I would quickly go through this with you today. If it should be in your email, it is in your email. So if you don't see it, take a look at your email or your spam folder, okay? So it gives you information on who's who in the organization, who's running what. It gives you information on how to get on a Zoom. We're really serious about our E-City campus and digital discipleship. So being able to access things by way of Zoom is really important. A reminder of our weekly worship schedule at 9 a.m., Bible study, Tuesdays at 7. Listen, Bible study is just simply off the chain. I'll just own this. I'm a better teacher than I am preacher. And I think I'm at my highest level of anointing on Tuesday evenings. I think I do all right on Sundays, but Tuesday evenings, I feel like I'm in my right in my sweet spot. And we're seeing the evidence of that in people's lives, with the word changing their life. And so I want to encourage you to make that commitment for 2024. That, look, I'm going to be at worship and I'm going to be at Bible study. So I want to ask you to make that commitment. It's going to be transformative to your life, and you're going to be glad that you did. If you have questions, put them in the chat wherever you are. If you're on Facebook or our church website or YouTube, if you have a question, please place it in. They'll send it to me in our GroupMe app, and I'll be able to address it, okay? But remember, I'm 3 minutes ahead of you, and so when I go off, you're going to still be on for 3 more minutes. So get your question in early so I can try to respond to it, okay? And so that's the beginning part of intersections. And then a message from me, a reminder about today's coffee chat. Our holiday schedule is there. December is very busy, family. It's very busy because we have extra services. Think about it like this. We normally have 4 services a month, right? First through fourth Sunday. Well, this month we have a 5th Sunday. And then on top of that, we have a Christmas service and we have a watch night service December 31st. So we've gone from 4 services to 7 this month. It's a very, very busy month, but it's going to be good. Want to encourage you to get here early. Let me say something about getting here early and parking. We are growing, right? And I mean, what a blessing that is. I rebuke, I'll use that terminology. I rebuke the spirit of people making the fact that we're big a bad or negative thing. I rebuke that. People go to the ocean because they love looking at it, and I've never heard anybody say the ocean is too big, I don't want to go anymore. Or they serve too much food at this restaurant, so I don't want to go back there. I don't want to order from there anymore. Or my paycheck was bigger than I thought it was going to be, so let me give all this money back. I just don't know how people think that. They don't think that way about anything. So it's really just the enemy just kind of inserting things. Okay, the church is getting really big. I don't know what that's going to mean. Listen, that's a good thing. It means people are getting saved. It means people are not going to hell. It means people are serious about their walk with God. It means people are trying to reconcile with their family. It means people are trying to restore relationships. It means people are trying to get to a healthier place. It means people are trying to do things that are going to be honoring, pleasing to God. Somebody type in, it's all good. It is all good that we're growing, but it does create problems. And as I shared in a previous format, just because it's a good problem does not mean it's not a problem, and it doesn't mean it doesn't have to be resolved. And so one of our problems that we're developing is in the space of parking. It's a little strange, right? Because we have probably the biggest church parking lot in the region, but we're running out of space. We did get permission to begin using the Social Security parking lot right down the street on Hunter Hill for Sundays. So we're going to start parking off site there. We can park all along Reach in that grassy area. We can park on the grass next to Arby's, not in the Arby's parking lot, but the grassy area, because that lot does not belong to Arby's, and we have permission to park there. And we're going to have security and people helping us on Sundays so that we can make sure that we can accommodate every single person that wants to worship with us. You can do it to help. You can help a little bit. And if we can reduce the number of cars per family that's coming to the campus, that will be helpful. So if you can begin carpooling with your family, or if you're all coming from Tarboro, all coming from Enfield, or all coming from Wilson, be a great opportunity. Everybody just picks a Sunday. Say, you know what, first Sundays I'll drive, second Sundays this person drives. We fellowship together. We save some gas. We're kinder to the environment, and we fix our parking issue, or at least get closer to. So I want to encourage you to do that. We will anticipate this issue on Sunday evening. As you know, at 6 p.m., we're hosting Fred Hammond and Hezekiah Walker and others. It's going to be in the evening. It's scheduled to rain. I would encourage you to get here early, because I'm telling you, the concert starts at 6. If you get here at 6, you're going to have a real problem. Because you won't have a place to park. You're going to have to park 3-4 blocks away and walk. We're going to be shuttling, and we're going to be trying to grab people, but still, it's going to be tight. So if you're going to that concert, please don't drive by yourself. Find 2 or 3 other people that are going, and y'all all ride together, because it's going to really be helpful. It's going to be a great event. But again, we do have to address that parking issue. So if you can help us out, please do that. Frangelism is 5th Sunday. And every 5th Sunday is Frangelism. That's 4 times a year. You've heard me talk a lot about blessing Francis, right? That whole issue of how we have to be the mouthpiece, the hands, the feet of Jesus on the earth, where we're leading people to Jesus. We're not just greeting. We're not just singing. We're not just playing an instrument. We're not just cleaning the building. We're not just working in the church office. We are leading people to Jesus. And so I've already shared with our staff and our leaders, I want every staff and leader to have the ability to lead people to Christ, because that's what we exist for. We exist that people might come into relationship with the Lord Jesus, and then they might grow in that relationship to the end that they will thrive. Everyone thriving. And so I want to remind you to share your faith. I want to remind you to invite people to church. People are more prone to come to church if they get invited. And so invite people to church. And that's not just 5th Sunday, that's every Sunday. So I want to encourage you about that. Doors will open on watch night. So December 31st is also watch night. So we're going to have our regular 9 a.m. service, and then we're back at 10 p.m. as we end out the year. And so invite people, bring people. We're going to have a great time. Doors will open routinely an hour before service starts. And so that gives us the last minute time for preparation, etc., to do the things that we need to do. Okay. So I'm in a new sermon series. You guys probably know that. It's going to be a great sermon series. I think it's going to be life transformative. So I want you to be mindful of that. We are posting on the website a link for your business. If you know someone who is in business, or you are in business, we really want to promote Word Tabernacle based businesses. We want to grow it out beyond Word Tabernacle, but we want to handle Word Tabernacle first. And so we're developing out our business directory. It will be ready to go by the end of the year. This is a project we started and stopped for a very long time. And now we want to make sure we get it over the finish line, because this issue of economic equity is so important. And we want to be able to bless business owners, support business owners, and etc. So make sure you're going in, clicking on that link, and letting us know about your business. Next Saturday, a week from today, December 16th, we are hosting our first of what will be a monthly roundtable for nonprofits. And so if you run a nonprofit, we want to help you grow, and we want to help that nonprofit get funded so we can create networks, collaboration, build capacity. This is part of a program that we started called COST, Creating Organizational Structures for Transformation. Y'all, we want to help churches and nonprofits grow. Somebody type in grow. We want to help churches and nonprofits grow. We feel like there's a mandate on us and an anointing on us and an assignment from us, on us, from the Lord to be able to do that. None of us can do it by ourselves, and we all need help to grow together. And so I want to remind you of that. If you know of a nonprofit, want to really encourage you to have them register for that 9 a.m. meeting next Saturday. It'll be a breakfast meeting. We have a presenter from North Carolina Community Foundation who will be sharing the community needs assessment and the kinds of needs that get funded when organizations meet specific needs, how they get funded, the importance of capacity, and the importance of collaboration. E4 Church Conference. If you have not registered, I'm a little disappointed, okay? I want to encourage you to register. This started out as our annual investment into our membership. So we bring in world-class leaders. That's not me exaggerating. We have world-class leaders coming in. They're coming in from Nashville, Tennessee, from Indianapolis, Indiana, from the DMV area, DC area, from New Jersey, from North Carolina, from Charlotte, and so from Philadelphia. And it's designed, if you don't know what it is, E4 stands for educate, encourage, equip, and empower. It is our development of our ministers, members, leaders, pastors. Started out as an internal program where we were just pouring into our members. Over the years, other pastors started saying, hey, can I attend? Can I bring some of my leaders? It is now transformed, or evolved, I should say, into a premier church training event. If you are a pastor, if you know a pastor, if you have friends that attend other churches, or are pastors at other churches, or ministers or leaders, would you share this information with them? Ask them to register. We made this conference super, super, super inexpensive. It's $50 a person. That's going to include a breakfast on Saturday, lunch on Saturday, all your conference sessions. It's something for everyone. Pastors, ministers, leaders, members, musicians, vocalists, everybody. It's January 26th, 27th, and 28th. Really want to encourage you to attend. We have special sessions that we've added, pre-conference and post-conference. Would you do this? Would you not let the weekend go by without you registering? I love to have 1,000 people registered before we get out of 2023. And so would you share it, and would you register? I really appreciate that. There's some additional emphasis on some pastoral emphasis from Pastor Stephanie and Pastor Kyle here. Let me talk about the need for people serving in ministry. There's some area, we need people in every area. We need people working with our youth in our nursery area on Sundays, with our youth on Tuesdays. And by the way, if I didn't say it, this Tuesday is our final Bible study for the year. And we will resume on January 9th, which is my birthday. So I guess we're going to have a big old birthday Bible study. I'm going to be teaching those. I want to teach, but hopefully we'll all be back for that. We are creating, so we need people serving, and some of the areas that we really need to plug in people are greeters, our stronghold keepers, our transportation ministry, our nursery, our youth investors, all of that. So I want to really encourage you to plug in onto ministry. You can go to quicklinks.wordtab.net, fill out a form. You can call the church offices. We're here daily. And so you can call us and we can follow up with you and make sure we get you plugged in to serve. We also are raising money so that we can buy a new fleet of vans, because our vans are a little tore up and we need to go ahead and replace them so that they're nicer and safer. But let me tell you how this really gets covered. This just gets covered by all of us being faithful in our stewardship and our giving. I want you to go to a Ministry One app. It's got really a purple background with a white cross. You click on giving, then you click on history, scroll all the way up till you get to the bottom. It will show you right there how much you've given this year. I mean, just like that. I checked mine this morning. I think some of you are going to be surprised by one or two things. I think when you go ahead and check, you're going to be surprised that you've not really given what you thought. And I believe the Lord will place a conviction upon you to give. Or you're going to be like, wow, I am really supporting my church to the degree that I need to. And that's why my church is winning. So either way, I want you to check it. Okay. While you're there, I want to make sure we have your picture. So I'm starting something new. Okay. Don't get upset. But I think it's really important that we trust leadership. We follow leadership. When people make appointment to meet with me, we're going to check the Ministry One app. Make sure your information is updated. Make sure your picture is updated. And I'm not going to meet with you until your stuff is updated. So I need y'all to work with me. We have to work together. I need you to trust my leadership. Do the things that I'm asking you to do because it's going to be better for all of us. It's a major tool in terms of how we communicate with each other, how we stay informed about things. The other thing is about our Thrive cities. We have active Thrive cities now in Tarboro and Enfield and in Wilson and in Raleigh. We want to minister big time in these communities. And so if you're in those areas, please plug into our community pastors. If you don't know who they are, call the church office so we can give you that information. But we're doing great work. Part of our tithes, our offering, our Project Thrive giving, and our pastoral support giving is so that we can fully fund this work. Okay. And so I want you to be mindful of that. We don't give an offering, y'all, so the church can survive. We give an offering so that we can have kingdom impact. We give an offering so that we can do the work that God is calling us to do as a church. We're reaching so many people. And I want to thank you for your faithfulness in that. If you have questions, go ahead and put them up there. We have some newly licensed and ordained ministers. Shout out to all of them. So grateful for the growth in every area. You do know, right, that 2023 is our highest growth year in the history of the church. That's phenomenal. We're knocking on the 500 door. I believe we're going to get there. We're like at 437 or something, and we still have 5 services or so. So I believe the Lord is going to keep saving people, keep bringing people, keep sending people. Ms. Ida has the Word shirt, Christmas t-shirt, sweatshirt in the bookstore. And so be mindful of that. Family, my people. Are you listening to your pastor? My people. Y'all my people, right? All right. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. Keep your gun in your car. My people. Keep your gun in your car. Somebody type that in. Keep your gun in your car. Right? When you get onto our premises, we have a concealed carry team. We have a church security team. It is a very secure environment. If you bring your weapon in unauthorized, it makes it less secure. So we need you to trust that this is a safe place. And I need you to keep your weapon in your vehicle when you come to church on Sunday. Okay? We have placards posted on our windows and doors to say, hey, this is a no weapon environment. Okay? So I just want to ask you to please do that. So there's some information in there about that. Speaking of which, when you come to the concert, the question was, did we meet our Giving Tuesday goal? We did not. We're probably somewhere around 15,000 of the 50,000. So I'm grateful for that 15,000. That was only with a couple hundred people participating. We have thousands of people that give. If those thousands of people all would just give a small amount of money, $10, $20, it would easily get us over the finish line. So if y'all would be prayerful about that in your giving, you can still go in and designate it for Giving Tuesday. And we're going to still begin the process of looking for the first band because we need to do that. Speaking of security, though, back to security, when you get here Sunday, you will see that the metal detectors have been placed in the building. And, this was something we're very prayerful about. We've been fortunate that we've not had an incident. We don't want an incident. And we recognize the culture that we live in. And we recognize that we congregate thousands of people in one space at one time. And we want to make sure that every family, every child, every woman, every member, every visitor and guest is safe and secure in our environment. So you'll see some of those changes as well. Information about the Student Connect Week, that's great stuff. The counseling ministry has, let me just say this real quick. If your child is not connected to our student ministry, I want to encourage you to get them connected. They do great work. They develop them in a holistic way. And I want to encourage you to participate. Bring your child into the nursery on Sunday so you can be freed up to be able to worship. Have them attend on Tuesdays and during our special events, because it's great work. Some de-stressing of the holidays from our counseling ministry. Y'all, we have a counseling ministry. How awesome is that, right? So Kim Marilyn, who coordinates that in our intervention services. And speaking of counseling ministry, a couple of things real quick. First of all, we have identified two couples, Joseph and Nikita Beach and Gerald and Gladys Branch, who are going to be heading up marriage ministry. And so we're looking forward to it becoming a very, very robust ministry, doing some active programming for our married folk. So that's on the way. The other thing I want to tell you about in terms of designated people, I want to also mention to you that Dr. Monique Brown and Belinda Whitaker have agreed to head up our small groups. So my goal is to see every member in a small group. And so, and your small group could be the people you worship, that you serve with. So like if 10 of y'all serve as greeters, y'all 10 could be a small group. And then after church on Sunday, you could do the U curriculum. You could have a book reading club, or you could just do a deeper dive into what's going on in terms of what I've been preaching and teaching. If you sing together on the praise team, if you play instruments and all part of the same band, y'all can be your own small group, your own Thrive group. Because remember, God cares about our growth, our discipleship, our participation in the life of the church. And so I want to encourage you to jump in and do that. There was a reporting on the women's retreat. I hear it was better than ever before, better attended than ever before, a tremendous success. And so I celebrate Pastor Stephanie and the women's leadership team in doing that great work. Do you see how awesome this Intersections is? This e-newsletter that Tammy puts together? Y'all shout her out and her team. This is like, it's like magazine quality. The layout, the graphics, it's good, man. It's good. So this is in your inbox, and you should be, I want to encourage you to relate to it, reference it. We have all of the birthdays here for the month of December, so you can be reaching out to people, saying happy birthday to them, loving on them, people that you serve in ministry with, whatever the case is. And then anniversaries are in here, and people's wedding anniversaries are in here, right? So all of that is here. And so I want to encourage you to take advantage of all of this. Information about the Impact Center, the campus map, noon prayer. I mean, all of this good stuff is here. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. Really, really well done. I really appreciate all the work that goes into the work that they do on that. And so wanted to share those things. Got a couple more things. If you have questions, go ahead and type them in. I'm going to try to go online myself and see who's talking about what. So want to encourage you on a couple more things. Let me see what I have left. I talked about small groups and Thrive groups. 2024 calendar. I talked about ministry, your giving, ministry one, carpooling we talked about. This weekend I talked about. 2024 calendar is going to be ready this week. That means we're getting a jump start on everything we're doing in 2024 so people can mark their calendars. We're workshopping our music department 4 times this year. 3 times this year. E4 conference and 2 additional times, may even be 3 additional times. Want to get those on so we can improve in every area of ministry. If you have graphic ability, if you have interest in learning audio engineering, if you have interest in learning to work the cameras in the media area, we desperately need volunteers in that area. And I want to encourage you to sign up and serve. Okay. I think the last thing I have, this one quicker than I thought. The last thing I have, and I want you to share this coffee chat. The last thing I have is, as you know, well, you may not know, but I'm going to tell you if you don't know, filing is open for people to run for political office. I filed in 2016, I filed in 2018, I filed in 2020, I filed in 2022. And I've been very prayerful. I had the opportunity to run for anything that I wanted to run for. But I'm not sensing God telling me to do that. And so for the first time in 8 years, I'm not going to be on ballot. I'm not going to be running for public office, elected office. I'm going to be stressing more than ever the importance of our voter engagement, voter participation. We have toolkits coming out. Our toolkit team just finished the civic engagement toolkit. We're going to be sharing that with our church and with other churches. You're going to hear me talking more and more about voter registration. Just to give you an idea of the gerrymandering of districts, I ran in 2016, 2018, 2020, 2022. Of those 4 times I ran, I never ran on the same map twice, because every year my map got changed with the hope of eventually having it designed so I wouldn't be able to win on it. So, I mean, this is real. The political corruption, the bad policy, all of it is real. So we need to engage. But, I just finished a sermon series called All In. Well, I didn't finish it. I stopped it for Advent. But as much as I thought that sermon series might have been for the congregation, and I'm sure it was also for me. And the Lord was saying to me, I'm moving in a way at Word Tabernacle where you have to be all in. And this is not the season for you to be back and forth in Raleigh as an elected official. So I've decided not to run. I'm going to put my support behind the people that are filing. And we do have good candidates for the state Senate in our area and for the state House in our area. And we want to, as a matter of fact, one of them is a member, as a matter of fact. And so I just want you to know that as your pastor, I'm not running for public office this session. I don't know what I will do in 2026, but I know I am not running in the next 2 years. So for 2024 and 2025, I want to give myself fully to what God is doing here at Word Tabernacle Church. And that's what I'm going to be committing myself to. I'm asking you to join me in being all in. If you're all in, if you're willing to be all in, type that in. I'm all in. I want to ask you to be all in with me as we see God do the great things that he's doing in our midst. I believe 2024, we're going to see blessings like never before. And it's preparing us for 2025, which is our 20th anniversary year and my 25th year of pastoring year. So 2025 is going to be a big deal. We've already began forming the 2025 anniversary committee team so that they can help get a big jump on black tie galas and vow renewal ceremonies and just all the things that I know God is calling us to do. So I think that's pretty much it. Will you continue to collect for the van? Absolutely, we will. The vans are essential. This is our goal. So if you don't know, let me make it clear. Everywhere we have a Thrive City, I want to have a dedicated van. So that will be Wake County, Wilson, Tarboro, Enfield. That's 4 right there. That does not include probably 2 we need to run around Rocky Mount. So that's 6. So if they're $50,000 each, you're talking about $300,000 of capital investment. So we can do it though. Somebody type that in. We can do it. We can absolutely do it. What's the energy like out there, y'all? How do I sign up for audio engineering? Well, you can go to quicklinks.wordtab.net. Matter of fact, let me do it with you real quick. Real quick. Hold up. Let me share my screen again. Hold up. What I do? Hold up. Hold tight. I got you. All right, let's do this. Let me share my screen one more time. Let me show you real quick. So, you can go, can y'all share my screen? Quicklinks.wordtab.net. When you go to quicklinks.wordtab.net, you're going to see this, and you'll see the quick links, and then look, this is Serving Hub. Okay, Nataki wants to be on the planning team. Put it down, Steph. You go to the Serving Hub, and then you just interest in serving form. Bang, right? And you go to interest in serving form, and you fill out your name. Tell us if you're a member, partner, whatever the case is, where you want to serve, the campus you want to serve on. We probably need to add our Thrive City campuses to this, y'all, because we have Tarboro here, but we don't have Wilson Thrive City or Tarboro Enfield Thrive City. It just asks you to recognize that you're trying to serve at Word, and then you submit it, and then we follow up with you. Like, it's literally that easy, okay? So if you would do that, I will be grateful for that. Let me stop sharing my screen. Am I back to normal? Okay. So will the nonprofit meeting be Zoom or live? Thank you for that question. The nonprofit meeting is live. And we will anticipate they will be live meetings. We may, for the training side of things, we may be able to capture that, but this is about organic networking and collaboration. We want to see different groups together at the same time, building relationships, building trust, getting to know one another so that they can work together, so that we can create intermediaries, so those smaller nonprofits can be sponsored by a larger, more robust one. So everything will be in person because we really want to build relationships. It's difficult to do that in a collaborative way when you don't get a chance to touch each other, interact with each other, eat a meal together. And so thank you for that question. Request a shout out today's birthdays. All right, I can do that. Let me get back to my let me get back. Ooh, I gotta get it. Hold tight. I gotta make it real big so I can see it. Because you know these eyes now what they used to be. All right, hold tight. Shout out today's birthdays. What's today's date? Today is the 8th, 9th. 9th? All right. Is it the 9th? Somebody tell me what day it is. It's the 9th, right? All right. Share screen again. Somebody says shout out today's birthdays. So all righty. Can y'all see that? All right. Today's birthdays are, drum roll, please. We add Thrive Cities to the hub. Okay. All right. Let me see. Willie Austin, Deandra Carter, Karan Clark, Freeman Cotton, Trashawn Geathers, Devonna Lancaster, Frederick Lawson, Jokeitha Maryland, Judy Parker, a lot of y'all, Anya Ross, Kara Sanders, Tamara Walker, Elizabeth Wallace, Christine Watson, Devia Williams. Those are all December 9th birthdays. So happy birthday again. Let me see if there's any wedding anniversaries today. Oh, they don't have the days. They just have the number of years. So, or is that the day of the month? That's a question. So is this date the number of years they've been married or the date they got married? Women's roundtables. I think this must be the date. So Carl and Shirley Short, it looks like this may be their wedding anniversary. So great question. When is the next business meeting? We are calendaring the next business meeting. It will be on the calendar when we roll it out for 2024. I'm expecting it to be in February. I know we have gotten way behind on business meetings. I apologize for that. We were in the midst of, thank you for raising that question, whoever that question came from. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Takesha. So I'm curious how well I know my members. So somebody tell me who asked that question. But we got behind because we were in systems conversions. So we left the ACS system to go with Shelby system. First, we moved the membership portal database. Then we moved to financial. The transition was a lot clumsier than we expected. And I'm not making excuses. I'm giving you explanation. So it was much clumsier than we expected. And then we lost our key person that would facilitate that work. And we just could not recover quickly as an organization. We could not recover when we lost the personnel. And so when we lost Angela to go to Golden Leaf Foundation, it was just a massive, it was just a blow, a big blow to the ministry. So we've been trying to recover. Our auditor got behind on his federal audit. So we're auditing beginning this month for 2022. And so we're getting all that caught up. So I thank y'all for the patience. And I'm committing to making sure we get back on schedule with a business meeting. So I thank y'all very much. Deb Carroll asked it. Okay, thanks. All right, any other questions? It's 8:42. I've been at this for 40 minutes, so I want to start wrapping y'all up. I appreciate you so much. Love you so much. Thankful and grateful that you are trusting your walk with us. I hope the ministry is blessing you. I want you to share this coffee chat so people know what's going on and they know how to plug in and they know what to be mindful of and they know what to be thinking about. Okay. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. That's it. I will see you in the morning at 9 a.m. I'm excited to preach. I'm excited to worship. I'm excited to greet you. If you bring a visitor, first-time guest, would you bring them up to me so I can meet them, please? And would you make sure you say hello to me as well when you're in the lobby or after service, because I just want to love on you. So I thank you so much for all that you're doing. And know that I love you and know that I appreciate you. And have a really, really great weekend.